you're looking at different shapes of Dr. Karim's book that are protective. The way Dr. Karim describes in his books to make a shape is that you have to memorize the shape before you start making it, and then start at a certain area, usually over here, and do it from start to finish without looking back, without stopping. Only this way, when you have a single wire, can the energy be kept going in the same direction that he intended to. Now, I have come up with a different version where I twist the wire first. This makes it a lot easier to work with because you can take breaks. You don't have to worry about looking back in the book. That should work just fine. And the other thing that I notice about this, I have actually felt, is that you could even stack one on top of the other. And as your auric field needs it, it will pull out the individual shape. It is also much stronger made in this manner. Finally, I also came up with the idea of making the shape with a beneficial frequency added to it. So, for example, I have a protective Wi-Fi shape here. It can be made to the frequency of a healthy body, which is not an individual per organ frequency. It is a general body frequency that is how our body is when it's healthy. And so in that case, you have to use a much thicker weight gauge for the wire. This makes it also much larger. However, if you are like Muhammad looking to have a farm and you want to make one large piece and then several smaller ones and hang it around a tree, for example, you could activate this with a 9-volt battery in such manner, and I might say a used 9-volt battery, so if it's 2 volts, 3 volts, 6 volts, whatever, that's fine. But you could activate this shape in such a manner that the battery's energy doesn't run out anytime soon. You may also have to insulate it, which I would say paint it with some acrylic that is somewhat weatherproof, and seal the battery in a plastic or something so that when it rains it doesn't all get soaked. I also recommended he get some moringa trees. They grow great in sandy soils, and the benefits from moringa trees leaves are amazing. They even have protein in the leaves, so it is a staple that he should seriously consider. We also spoke about keeping pests away, and here in Dr. Karim's book I have a shape that he uses to prevent bug infestation or keep it down. From what he says in his book, this shape, it would be started here on this end and then just work its way through and so on, is placed in a field before it is planted. So give it several days just to impregnate the shape and perhaps even shape with energy into that space. This should keep bugs away according to Dr. Karim. If it is posted in a field that has things already growing and there are pests on there, it will reduce it by 15%. So definitely go with the posting it or putting it up, and then plant your field. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope to be able to help him also with the ozone, so he gets some good rainwater going. And at this point I would like to say check my Facebook page and please read the blurb on ozone. I am trying to start testing in the States, but I need to get to drought areas. It is very easy in North Carolina to get the rain because we have so many clouds and so close to the ocean. But for it to rain in desert areas, I have been successful with someone testing partially for me. Unfortunately, she stopped at a certain level, but she was telling me that the forecast was for dry weather for the whole week, 105 degrees in Las Vegas, and then she got it overcast and some drizzle going. So I consider that a success. But I do want to do further testing. So anyone that can support me or help in any way, or if you have a second car, however the situation may be, or if you like to drive, that would be a blessing. Thank you for your participation and encouragement.